Did you know? The food you eat every morning has a direct impact on your mobility, strength, and overall well being. As we age, maintaining strong legs is essential for independence, balance, and preventing falls. However, some common breakfast choices could be quietly weakening your legs, making it harder to stay active and enjoy life to the fullest. Many seniors unknowingly start their day with foods that cause muscle loss, inflammation, and nutrient deficiencies. If you often feel unsteady, weak, or fatigued, your breakfast could be a major culprit. Today, we'll reveal 7 foods that could be making your legs weaker and what you should eat instead for stronger muscles and better mobility. 1. Sugary cereals, the silent muscle killer. Breakfast should be the meal that fuels your day, yet for many seniors, it's unknowingly becoming the first step toward muscle weakness. Sugary cereals, often disguised as a quick and nutritious option, are one of the most deceptive foods in the grocery store. They promise energy and health benefits, but deliver the exact opposite: spikes in blood sugar, inflammation, and gradual muscle loss. As we age, our bodies become more sensitive to the foods we consume. Muscles require consistent nourishment, particularly protein and essential nutrients like magnesium, potassium, and fiber, to maintain their strength. Yet, most sugary cereals are stripped of these vital elements, leaving behind nothing but empty calories and artificial additives. The moment you consume a bowl of sweetened cereal, your blood sugar levels surge. Your body quickly converts the refined carbs into glucose, flooding your bloodstream with energy. But just as quickly as it rises, it crashes, leaving you fatigued, sluggish, and unsteady on your feet. Over time, these constant fluctuations wear down your muscles, making it harder for them to recover, rebuild, and function optimally. Another hidden danger lies in the inflammation that sugar triggers. Chronic inflammation is one of the biggest threats to muscle health, and when it goes unchecked, it accelerates sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass. Weak, inflamed muscles don't just affect your ability to walk or stand. They put you at a higher risk of falls, fractures, and long-term mobility issues. The breakfast you once thought was harmless could slowly be taking away your independence. But it's not just the sugar itself that's harming you, it's what these cereals lack. A strong body needs protein, fiber, and healthy fats to support muscle recovery and maintain steady energy levels. Without them, your muscles have nothing to sustain their strength. The result? Weak legs, less mobility, and a constant battle with fatigue. The good news is it's never too late to reverse the damage. A simple change, swapping out sugary cereals for nutrient-dense alternatives, can have a profound impact on your strength and energy. The question is, are other breakfast foods silently weakening your legs as well? The answer might surprise you. 2. White bread and pastries. The carb trap. There's something comforting about a warm slice of toast in the morning or a freshly baked muffin with your coffee. It feels familiar, effortless, perhaps even nostalgic. But what if these simple breakfast choices were quietly robbing you of your strength, weakening your legs, and making it harder to stay active? White bread and pastries may seem harmless, but beneath their soft, airy texture lies a dangerous reality. They are little more than empty carbohydrates, offering nothing your muscles truly need to stay strong. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at processing refined grains, and white bread is one of the worst culprits. Stripped of fiber and protein, it digests rapidly, flooding your bloodstream with sugar just like a bowl of sugary cereal. At first, you might feel a surge of energy, but within an hour or two, your body crashes, leaving you feeling weak, unsteady, and fatigued. This constant roller coaster of blood sugar highs and lows takes a toll on your muscles, draining their endurance and making it harder for them to support your movement. Over time, this leads to slower recovery, increased stiffness, and a greater risk of falls. The real danger, however, is not just in the quick digesting nature of white bread and pastries, it's in what they replace. Every time you choose a bagel, a croissant, or a muffin, you miss out on the protein and essential nutrients your muscles need to function properly. Muscles require amino acids, healthy fats, and slow digesting complex carbs to remain strong and resilient. Without them, muscle loss accelerates and weakness sets in more quickly than you realize. Inflammation is another hidden consequence. Highly processed grains trigger inflammatory responses in the body, worsening joint pain and muscle fatigue. This inflammation weakens not just your legs, but your entire body, making daily movements feel more challenging. A breakfast built on white bread and pastries doesn't just fail to fuel you, it actively works against your mobility and independence. But if these soft, familiar breakfast staples are secretly working against your strength, what about the foods that seem even more satisfying? Some breakfast choices don't just weaken your legs. They may be increasing your risk of muscle cramps and dehydration without you even realizing it. The next one on the list is a morning favorite, but it could be one of the worst offenders yet. 3. Processed meats. Hidden dangers in sausages and bacon. The smell of sizzling bacon or the rich flavor of a well-seasoned sausage can bring back memories of comforting breakfast, long family gatherings, and the simple pleasure of a hearty meal. But beneath the crispiness and taste lies a danger few people recognize, one that could be silently weakening your legs, making every step you take more difficult than it should be. Two processed meats like bacon, sausage, and ham may be a traditional breakfast favorite, but they come with consequences that directly impact your muscle strength, circulation, and long-term mobility. Your legs rely on healthy blood flow, proper hydration, and essential nutrients to stay strong and active. Processed meats, however, are loaded with sodium, preservatives, and unhealthy fats, all of which work against your body's ability to keep your muscles functioning at their best. The high sodium content alone is enough to cause trouble. Too much salt dehydrates your muscles, increasing the likelihood of cramps, stiffness, and fatigue. Over time, excessive sodium can also elevate blood pressure, reducing circulation to your legs and depriving them of the oxygen and nutrients they need to stay strong. 4. Then there are the harmful fats, specifically the trans fats and saturated fats found in processed meats. These fats contribute to chronic inflammation, a silent destroyer of muscle function. Inflammation weakens the very fibers that keep your legs stable and strong, making it harder for your muscles to recover after physical activity. The result? Gradual muscle loss, slower mobility, and an increasing sense of fatigue that can make even short walks feel exhausting. 5, even more concerning, is the impact of nitrates and preservatives, which have been linked to an increased risk of muscle wasting conditions. When these additives accumulate in the body, they create oxidative stress, accelerating the breakdown of healthy muscle tissue. What starts as occasional stiffness can turn into long-term weakness, limiting your ability to move freely and enjoy the activities you love. 6. Choosing a breakfast filled with processed meats may feel satisfying in the moment, but the long-term cost is far greater than many realize. But if these foods are silently damaging your muscles, what about the breakfast choices that seem even more harmless, like the ones that add sweetness to your morning routine? The next one may surprise you, because it's often disguised as a healthier alternative, yet it can be just as harmful to your legs as the worst processed foods on this list. 4. Doughnuts and muffins. A sweet trap for seniors. There's something undeniably comforting about starting the day with a soft, sweet pastry. Whether it's a warm donut with your morning coffee or a freshly baked muffin, these treats feel indulgent yet harmless. But beneath their sugary glaze and fluffy texture, donuts and muffins are among the worst choices for seniors, especially when it comes to maintaining strong, healthy legs. What seems like an innocent breakfast is actually fueling muscle weakness, inflammation, and fatigue, making it harder for you to stay active and independent. Donuts and muffins are essentially sugar bombs disguised as food. They are packed with refined flour and processed sugars that digest quickly, sending your blood sugar soaring. This sudden spike gives you a brief burst of energy, but what follows is a rapid crash, leaving you feeling sluggish, drained, and unsteady. Over time, these constant fluctuations take a toll on your muscles, leading to reduced strength and endurance. When your body struggles to regulate blood sugar, it also struggles to maintain the steady energy levels needed to keep your legs strong and stable. The real damage, however, goes beyond the immediate sugar crash. These pastries contribute to chronic inflammation, which silently erodes muscle mass over time. Sugar triggers an inflammatory response in the body, damaging muscle fibers and making it harder for them to recover. This means that even if you stay active, your muscles are working against a constant state of inflammation, slowing down your mobility and increasing the risk of falls. The hidden trans fats in these baked goods only make things worse, further impairing circulation and making it harder for nutrients to reach your muscles. Another overlooked consequence is how these foods replace nutrient-dense options that could be strengthening your body. Every time you reach for a donut or a muffin, you're missing an opportunity to fuel your muscles with protein, fiber, and healthy fats. Your legs rely on these nutrients to stay strong and resilient, and without them, weakness sets in faster than you realize. A sugary pastry might satisfy your taste buds in the moment, but it leaves your body struggling to keep up throughout the day. And if these treats are secretly draining your strength, what about the breakfast foods that seem healthier on the surface, like the ones that come in a cup but hide just as much sugar? The next one on the list might be something you never expected to be a problem, yet it could be silently weakening your muscles every morning. 5. Flavored yogurts, a hidden sugar bomb. For many seniors, a cup of flavored yogurt seems like a smart and convenient breakfast choice. It's often marketed as a healthy option, packed with probiotics and calcium to support digestion and bone strength. But what most people don't realize is that flavored yogurts can be just as harmful as a bowl of sugary cereal, secretly working against your muscle health and leaving your legs weaker over time. The biggest problem with flavored yogurts is their excessive sugar content. Many popular brands contain more sugar than a candy bar, sometimes as much as 20 grams per serving. This flood of sugar rapidly enters your bloodstream, causing a spike in energy, followed by an inevitable crash. When this cycle repeats day after day, your body struggles to regulate energy properly, leaving your muscles fatigued and more susceptible to weakness. As blood sugar levels fluctuate, inflammation quietly builds in your body, breaking down muscle fibers and making it harder for your legs to stay strong and steady. But sugar isn't the only issue. Many flavored yogurts contain artificial sweeteners, preservatives, and additives that disrupt gut health. A healthy gut is essential for nutrient absorption, including the protein, calcium, and magnesium your muscles rely on for strength. When gut health is compromised, your body becomes less efficient at processing these essential nutrients, leading to gradual muscle deterioration. Without proper nutrition, even simple activities like walking or standing for extended periods can become more challenging. Another problem with flavored yogurt is what it lacks: protein. While some varieties contain small amounts, they often fall short of what's needed to maintain muscle mass. Seniors require higher protein intake to counteract age-related muscle loss, and relying on a sugary, low-protein yogurt can leave your body undernourished. Muscles that don't receive enough protein struggle to repair themselves, leading to increased stiffness, slower recovery, and an overall decline in mobility. Choosing flavored yogurt as a breakfast staple might feel like a healthy decision, but over time, it can contribute to muscle fatigue, poor circulation, and increased inflammation, three major factors in leg weakness. But if even something as seemingly healthy as yogurt can be harmful, what about the breakfast choices that seem wholesome yet are packed with hidden dangers? The next one on the list is a morning favorite for many, but it might be doing more harm than good to your strength and mobility. 6. Fast food breakfast sandwiches, a mobility disaster. There's no denying the convenience of a fast food breakfast sandwich. In a world that moves quickly, grabbing a warm, savory meal on the go feels like a practical choice. But while these sandwiches may satisfy hunger in the moment, they come with a hidden cost, one that directly impacts your strength, mobility, and overall health. What seems like a simple breakfast could be silently weakening your legs, making it harder to stay active and independent as you age. Fast food breakfast sandwiches are a dangerous combination of processed ingredients, unhealthy fats, and excessive sodium. The biscuits, croissants, or English muffins that hold these sandwiches together are made from refined flour, offering little more than empty carbohydrates that spike your blood sugar and leave you feeling sluggish. Without fiber or essential nutrients, these refined carbs provide a temporary energy boost, only to lead to a crash that makes your legs feel heavier and weaker as the day goes on. Beyond the bread, the processed meats inside these sandwiches, whether it's sausage, bacon, or ham, are loaded with sodium and preservatives that silently chip away at your muscle health. High sodium intake causes dehydration, which increases the likelihood of muscle cramps, stiffness, and fatigue. Over time, this can lead to reduced circulation in your legs, making it harder for oxygen and nutrients to reach your muscles. Poor circulation doesn't just make your legs feel tired. It also slows recovery and weakens muscle fibers, leaving you more vulnerable to falls and injuries. The cheese and sauces often added to these sandwiches may seem harmless, but they are typically packed with trans fats and artificial ingredients that fuel inflammation. Chronic inflammation is one of the biggest contributors to muscle loss in older adults. It weakens the very foundation of your mobility, making it harder to walk, climb stairs, or simply move with ease. What starts as occasional stiffness can quickly turn into persistent weakness, making everyday activities feel like a challenge. While a fast food breakfast sandwich might be a quick solution to hunger, it's a slow road to muscle deterioration. But if these processed meals are harming your strength, what about the seemingly innocent morning drinks that millions rely on to start their day? The next one may shock you because it's often seen as a refreshing and healthy choice. Yet, it could be quietly accelerating muscle weakness every time you take a sip. 7. Fruit juices, a deceptive energy drain. There's something refreshing about a cold glass of fruit juice in the morning. It feels light, natural, and packed with vitamins, exactly what you'd expect from a healthy breakfast. But despite its reputation, fruit juice is one of the most misleading foods on your breakfast table. What seems like a nourishing start to the day could be quietly draining your energy, accelerating muscle loss, and weakening your legs in ways you may not even realize. The problem with fruit juice isn't the fruit itself, it's what gets removed during processing. When whole fruits are turned into juice, the fiber is stripped away, leaving behind nothing but concentrated sugar. This natural sugar, known as fructose, floods your bloodstream as quickly as soda, causing a sharp rise in blood sugar. In response, your body releases a surge of insulin to bring those levels down, leading to an inevitable energy crash. Over time, these constant fluctuations wreak havoc on your metabolism and leave your muscles struggling to maintain strength and endurance. Muscles need steady, sustained energy to function properly, but fruit juice provides the exact opposite: quick-burning sugar that leaves your body depleted. Without fiber to slow digestion, the sugar from juice is absorbed too quickly, triggering inflammation throughout the body. Chronic inflammation is a silent but powerful force behind muscle deterioration. It weakens muscle fibers, slows recovery, and increases the risk of joint pain and stiffness. If your legs have been feeling more fatigued lately, your morning juice habit could be playing a major role. Another hidden danger of fruit juice is that it provides little to no protein, one of the most critical nutrients for muscle maintenance. Seniors require more protein than ever to counteract natural muscle loss, yet a glass of juice offers nothing to support muscle repair or recovery. Drinking juice in the morning not only fails to nourish your muscles, but also takes the place of foods that could actually strengthen them. Reaching for fruit juice may seem like a healthy decision, but in reality, it's an empty source of energy that leaves your body weaker over time. But if juice is draining your strength, what about the foods that can actually restore it? The good news is that small changes to your morning routine can make a huge difference. And knowing what to eat instead is the key to keeping your legs strong and your body energized for years to come. Take charge of your leg health today. The strength of your legs is the foundation of your independence. Every step you take, every moment you spend standing, walking, or simply moving through your day is supported by the health of your muscles. Yet, without realizing it, the very foods you've trusted to fuel your mornings may have been quietly working against you. A breakfast filled with sugar, processed ingredients, and empty carbohydrates does more than leave you feeling sluggish. It slowly erodes the muscle strength you rely on, making it harder to stay active, steady, and strong. But here's the good news. It's never too late to change the course of your health. Your body is remarkably resilient, and even small shifts in your morning routine can have a profound impact. Replacing sugary cereals, processed meats, and refined grains with nutrient-dense foods can give your muscles the fuel they need to stay strong. Choosing protein-rich breakfasts, fiber-filled whole foods, and healthy fats will help stabilize your energy, support muscle recovery, and reduce the inflammation that weakens your legs over time. Aging does not mean surrendering to weakness. It means making smarter choices, ones that empower you to live with strength, confidence, and mobility. Every meal is an opportunity to support the body that has carried you through decades of life. The choice is yours. Will you continue feeding habits that drain your strength, or will you take control, nourish your muscles, and step forward into a healthier, more active future? The power to stay strong is in your hands, starting with the very first meal of the day. These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.